What's happening, Power Wash world? Happy Friday, happy April Fools to you. 1st of April. I think that means spring is coming and we can't stop it, even though several of the people in the central part of the United States would probably disagree with it being spring like right now. And I'm on the StreamYard interface. I may not see all the comments as they're posted, and I may not even see the usernames, but try to get back and answer many individual questions that we have on here. Thank you all for taking the time. I'm going to also post this over on our YouTube page, so it'll be around in perpetuity for people to see. Obviously costs are going up. They're going up across the board. And what we're talking about today with chemical manufacturers is not something that's been done because of inflation necessarily. These have been around for quite a while. But it's a huge money-saving thing that contractors can do to really help them out whenever we're purchasing soaps and surfactants and things. Hey, good morning, Doug Rucker. Hope you're doing well, buddy. And our shipping costs have gone through the roof. We never know what UPS is going to run from one day to another. And then whenever we're selling something here, we've got shipping from the manufacturer, and then we'll have shipping to the contractor that's buying it. So anywhere we can save money really, really helps. And I was sending out a 5 of Agent Halt 5X yesterday, and I thought, we need to talk about this in the industry for people. Also, if you notice right there, the blue like counter, if you haven't liked Power Wash Store Tallahassee yet on Facebook, hit that like. You might even get to see the thumbs up flicker go. It's supposed to work within 10 seconds of somebody hitting the like on there. So try it if you haven't liked Power Wash Store Tallahassee yet on Facebook. We'll see if we get the little numbers flicking around there. So anyhow, going back to concentrated chemicals, one of the first ones that I really remember, and I don't mean to, I'm not dissing anybody. I don't mean to not give credit where credit's due, but the first one that really ever came to my attention was the Agent Clean line of products here. They started doing the 5Xs a few years ago, and was so amazing for our business when we had spray wash, because I was able to order basically, one of these becomes a 5-gallon bucket. So what we've done is, and let's face it, so much of these chemicals are water. It's water that we're paying to ship out there. So some of the manufacturers have been able to either give us a dry product, such as these, or super concentrate their products, such as this, such as the Gold Assassin, such as EBC on there, take the water out, and then let the end user, you, go and add the water back into it. So we're not wasting money on mailing water back and forth to each other. Now, just because a vendor doesn't have this done doesn't mean they don't care about you and they're a horrible vendor. Some of these products probably it's not going to work with. I can't speak to the chemistry of acids. I'd assume that we wouldn't want to make acids more concentrated than they already are, because you're then like a danger point. So, don't call Craig Harrison and go, "Oh, Craig, why aren't you doing this?" Because probably not a good idea. There's probably a reason that some of the things aren't concentrated out there. Probably a good reason for it too. But for example, the Agent Halt, let's look at this 5-gallon right here. So I mailed a 5-gallon of the 5X to Stuart, Florida yesterday. And my shipping on there was roughly $35. Okay. So they can take that 5X of Agent Halt right there, and they can go and pour that into a 25-gallon drum or a 50-gallon drum and put in 4 additional buckets of water on there. So now they're mixing it at their own place. So 35 gallons, $35 to ship that bucket to Stuart, Florida. Stuart's down in South Florida, Jupiter area, north of West Palm Beach, south of Melbourne. It'd be about 7 hours, 6 hours by car for me, because I'm at the north part of the state. Now, if I was to mail 5 of those to them, we'd be talking $35 times 5. So what's that? $150, $180 in shipping versus roughly $35 in shipping. So same amount of product, but absolutely huge savings on there. Something like this, a fiver of the Agent Green, or a fiver of the Agent, I'm sorry, a 5X of that, but a 1-gallon size, roughly costing me $18 to mail that to someone. Whereas if I'm going to mail a single 5-gallon of it, if I mail a single 5-gallon of it, I'm probably more like around, $45 in Florida to mail a single 5-gallon of that. So again, I'm saving. We're able to pass on that savings to the end consumer of what's 18 less minus 50, $32 savings on there for the same product. You just have to add water to the product, in a 5-gallon bucket. I think all of us in this industry have got a 5-gallon bucket sitting around. Hey, and Anthony, we've got 1-day shipping to most areas of Florida that we've seen. So let us know. We can hook you up that way. Happy to mail stuff out. Some of the other ones that I have here in my company, here at Power Wash Store Tallahassee, Gold Assassin, that comes in a 2-part kit. So water's been taken out. We have a 5-gallon of liquid. We have about a 40-pound box of the dry part. Mixing instructions are included. You mix it in your own 50-gallon drum. For example, yesterday, same customer in Stuart, we were looking at sending them a 55-gallon drum of some product out there, and my shipper was quoting about $450 to send a 55-gallon drum from the manufacturer to Stuart, Florida. Shipping on those two things right there are going to be less than $100. So you're saving a solid 75% in your shipping cost on there. So buying these concentrated materials, really important to do. Carlos's EBC right there. We have the original EBC. A 55-gallon drum kit comes in 2 5-gallon containers right there. Those are mixed, and suddenly it becomes a 55-gallon kit. Again, if you're buying one 55-gallon drum, you're talking, delivery costs of anywhere from $350 to probably $600 when they're palletizing a drum and dropping it off somewhere. Then also, if you don't have what's the things that the trucks, loading docks, that's it. If you don't have a loading dock on there, you may even have to pay extra if you don't have a forklift available. So it gets kind of technical on delivering these 55-gallon drums, where we can always mail the 5 gallons on there. But you'd be saving just immense amounts of shipping there with any of these, whenever you compare it to buying a 55-gallon drum of it. Another options we have, Ground Force Agent Clean. That's their caustic degreaser. their caustic degreaser comes. I mean, this is maybe a 10-pound box out there. We can wrap this up, ship it out, and ship this for, you know, $15-20 somewhere, as opposed to mailing a 5-gallon bucket of caustic degreaser for $25 or so. Hazmat charges, maybe even more on the hazmat charges. So you can really save a lot of money. Something else we have, if you go on to powerwashstore.com and look at our website there, we've got several different dry chemicals that you mix up as well too. 40-pound box of Rust Magic, which makes approximately 40 gallons of rust remover on there. It's a very mild rust remover. It's $149 for a 40-pound box of it. You know, and the 40-pound box, I calculated shipping down to Riviera Beach, Florida, Fort Lauderdale, Miami area. It's $48 roundabout for shipping on that. Whereas if we were to mail out, you know, 5 gallons of the same stuff in liquid form, I'd be at almost $300 shipping on there. We have here's a 5-gallon kit for Hoodmaster. It's a non-caustic hood cleaning product on there. It's only 5 pounds. I mean, you're $10 or $15 to mail that in most areas, maybe $20 on there. Again, compared to a wet liquid, it's going to be getting a lot higher. Let me see. I got some questions and stuff here. Hey, good morning, John, Mitch. Good morning, Anthony. Yes, I do have 2 or 3 7-gallon tanks in stock. So I absolutely do. Give us a call today. 850-701-WASH. That's 850-701-9274. Wesley, good morning. Bobby, come on in. We typically take off noon to 1 on Fridays. So get by in the morning if you can on there. Again, if anybody hasn't liked Power Wash Store Tallahassee, go to our Facebook page, like it. You might actually see our little like counter change up there, get a little higher count on it. I'm hoping we get so many likes I can actually use that thing as a desk fan. So I'd like that very much. But if anybody has any questions on the shipping, again, these are the products I pulled off the shelves that I know we have in stock that are concentrated and can save extreme amounts in shipping right there, because let's face it, prices are going up across the board. So if we can offset some of these shipping costs, it's good for us. It maybe will help us defer some of these, expensive fuel prices. And I understand bleach is going up all around the world, and all kind of headaches out there right now. So think about getting the concentrated types of chemicals out there to save you on your shipping costs. Hey, good morning, Vargas. Hope you are doing well today. Another one, since I have it right here beside me, want to talk about a really cool product Joe Shodel has made. Nutripods. Just sent 20 of these out to Indiana yesterday. Nutripods are a bleach neutralizer, and I got some videos on them on YouTube where I've tested them before. It comes in a dissolvable bag, and the primary use you can use for this, if you have a puddle of chlorine down that you've got to pump out at the end of a driveway, puddle of nasty stuff, toss this in there, the bag dissolves. But the really, really good use for this is to stick these in the gutters. If you've got a roof, whether you're going to rinse while you're at the job or you're going to slightly rinse and let Mother Nature take care of the heavy rinsing, you can always neutralize by putting your Agent Halt on there. But you can also take these Nutripods and toss them by the downspouts in the gutter, And these are going to dissolve, and any runoff that comes off the roof and into the downspouts is going to get neutralized by these Nutripods, and they can stay up in the gutter hidden until they just literally dissolve away. So pretty cool innovation out there. They are called Nutripods by HydroPro. I believe we are the exclusive handler of the Nutripods right now. So get those from any power wash store franchise that's out there. Pretty light too. You're only 5-6 pounds for a bag of 10 of them. So solid mover, and one of those. Hey, good morning, Mark Carraro. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Whenever it gets into the plant and property protection, and everybody knows that's something that's really, really dear to my heart. Get the questions all the time of fighting on price. I'm fighting on this, all the competition that's out there. Well, I'm a firm believer that if you're using the best tools and you're selling yourself as the best, you're not going to be competing as much on the price. Sure, you may not get everything out there, but whenever you get out there and you start talking to the customers of, we're going to neutralize, we're going to take care of your property, we're going to make sure your plants are fine out here, we're going to take care of we're going to do these steps, we're going to neutralize whenever we're done, we're going to leave some aftercare in your gutter so that any runoff that comes down there will be neutralized, we're going to tape off locks, we're going to cover stained doors, we're going to blah 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 blah, whatever your main value proposition is. Whenever you start selling that to your customers, the customers that you want are the customers that will appreciate that stuff. And remember, not everybody's your customer. And if you've got a bunch of cheap customers that aren't willing to pay for your service, get new customers, Take a hard, long look at your marketing and say, okay, who is this attracting? What is my marketing actually attracting as far as a customer is concerned? Is my marketing attracting a cheap guy? Am I out here giving a bunch of coupons? Am I actually out here trying to say that hey, I'm the lowest guy? Because if you are, then you're getting a customer that wants the lowest price. You're not going after the customer that's saying, hey, I want the quality. I want the good stuff. I want the person that my house costs $600,000-$800,000. I want the person that's not going to come in here and ruin this $12,000 front door setup. I want the guy that's not going to fry my security cameras. Just food for thought. If your marketing is attracting the wrong kind of customer, take a hard, honest look at your marketing and make sure that you're not unintentionally attracting the cheap customer out there. A lot of times the fault could be with ourselves. Anyway, I'm digressing. So what we're talking about for guys who have just joined us is chemicals. There's a lot of options out there as far as the dry chemicals or concentrated chemicals that can really save you a ton of money out there on shipping. So if you've already heard this part, I'm kind of just going over this part again. But think about it. In general, on these chemicals, we're mostly shipping water. So some manufacturers, us, Power Wash Store, Bobby Fig with Gold Assassin, Carlos with EBC, Agent Clean Solutions with their line of products, take in products and really remove the water or reduce the water to such a great amount, and we're able to send out a 5-gallon bucket of this. You add the water back as the end user to it, you've got 5 gallons of Agent Halt for First off, the cost is less than 5 gallons of Agent Halt bought singly. And second, the shipping is about a quarter of what it would cost for me to mail you 5 of these. And the shipping's much less than if I would mail you a 5 gallon bucket of it. Same thing with our dry powders. Much easier to mail these, much cheaper to mail this Rust Magic for RM40, which is a rust remover on there. Deck Bright, makes 8 gallons of that. Cleancrete, a concrete brightener on there. We're able to mail these guys out. 55 gallons. The other cost, not only are you saving on the shipping cost on the 55 gallons, when I can take an EBC 2-part kit, which comes as 2 5 gallons, and you can go mix that yourself. So you're taking 10 gallons of product, adding the water back into it. Well, you can now take that. You're saving 1 on the shipping, but 2, you're also getting a much lower cost on the price per gallon of that as well, too. So that's a massive savings to you. Same thing with any of these up here. The more you buy, the more the cost comes down on there. And buying stuff, by the gallon, unfortunately, is probably the least efficient way we can buy so much of this stuff. I see somebody else has said good morning. Good morning. It's just saying Facebook user, so I apologize if I'm not hollering at you directly. Good morning. I'm just not seeing your name up here. Anyway, happy April Fool's Day. I'm going to get off here. Wash on. I hope you're having an amazing spring. Call us here, Power Wash Store Tallahassee. 1-day shipping most places in Florida that we found. We're here in the Southeast, Alabama, Georgia. Can get stuff to y'all real fast out here. So Thomas and Katie, good morning. What's happening? But hey, wash on. I think maybe we've gotten rid of the severe weather for a couple of days, and should be a beautiful day. Get out there and wash. See ya.